And this is my next bookshelf video in my bookshelf porn series. First is Pupshaw and Pushpaw by Jim Woodring. This is a fun little art book with these characters from Jim. Great little book. Next is Droll, the Droll book by Don Martin. Collection of Don Martin cartoons, including the Nutheads, syndicated strip that he did for a little while. Superhero Women by Stan Lee in the Fireside, is that what it's called? Series. The Cat. Hella. Ms. Marvel. Kind of a fun book. This is an issue of the Comics Journal with an article by Darwin Cook. Typical Comics Journal. Some interesting stuff. And this is another Comics Journal with Will Elder. Nice interview. And this is Catwoman, Selina's Big Score, hardcover by Darwin Cook, which Darwin autographed for me. This is really a good story. Selina's Big Score. Highly recommended. And these are books from the Fantagraphics imprint, Ignatz books. I was very frustrated with these because my comic shop would never get them all. I'd get the first couple issues and then I wouldn't get the rest of them. But these are what I have, and these books are really cool. I'm just going to go through them really quickly. Delphine, #1 by Richard Sala. #2. #3. And I never got to #4. So frustrating. And Babel by David B. This was kind of a fun book. And #2, I'm not sure if there was any more of this or not, but very interesting. Ganges, #1 by David Huizinga. Kevin Huizinga, I'm sorry. And I think this was what series went on in various different formats. I'm not sure if there was any more of those in that series. And this is New Tales of Old Palomar by Gilbert Hernandez. Again, I got the first couple issues, but I'm not sure how many it went, but I think it was more than 2, but 2 was all I got. Very frustrating. Next is Poison Flowers and Pandemonium, a Richard Sala omnibus. Boy, this is a great book. Unfortunately, it's the last work that Richard Sala did before he passed on. It's kind of diverse, interesting stuff. This book is called 30-Second Theories. It's kind of an interesting little book that explains 50 thought-provoking theories, each in half a minute. So I've always been a sucker for this kind of book. Dark matter and dark energy in a page. Heartbreak Soup by Gilbert Hernandez. Early stories at Palomar. These are some of my favorite Love and Rockets books, stories. And this is Fletcher Hanks. You shall die by your own evil creation. Fletcher Hanks was really a revolutionary, I guess you could say, artist of his time. Very unique style, and his work, as such as it is, it kind of holds up. And John Lennon book, and Mobius number 0, The Horny Goof, book I've had for a while, and unfortunately it kind of got water damaged, but you can still read it. This book is one of the pride and joys of my collection, Buttock Fetishism by Alfred Kind. This book I won in a fierce bidding auction on eBay, and it came from the Dave Stevens estate. Kyle Baker, cartoonist. I lost my sunlight there, so now I'm going to get some glare. This was a collection of stories of Kyle Baker's kind of autobiographical life as a cartoonist. The Jungle by Upton Sinclair. Illustrated by Peter Cooper. The hardback. I had this in, it was a Classics Illustrated. And I was happy to get this oversized copy. I love his stencil work, the way he kind of worked with some of these things. Marvel Visionary, Jack Kirby. What can you say about Jack Kirby? This is a collection of some of his stories, just kind of random. First Silver Surfer. Not the first Silver Surfer, but an early Silver Surfer story. Thor. Interesting book. And these are Barry Windsor Smith Archives of Conan, volumes 1 and 2, reprinting the classic Barry Smith issues of Conan, Roy Thomas Barry Smith issues. I'm not wild about the coloring in this, but this was a good, nice little collection I picked up at Half Price Books. And so now I've got the full run. Gru and Ruferto. This is autographed by, I asked him to sign it to me, by Sergio Aragones. And this is just a wonderful story. I got this at WonderCon, and I picked up this name plate, which he also signed for me. But the story is, Gru and Ruferto. It's a great story. Water on the Brain by Virgil Parch. This is a book from the 40s, and it's got great VIP cartoons. It's printed on this really thin World War II paper, so you get a lot of pages in this thin book. And next is Beasts of Burden by Evan Dorkin and Jill Thompson. This is a great series of stories about these dogs that have adventures. Very highly recommended. I like Joe Thompson's artwork on here. And this is Frank Frazetta, Johnny Comet, the Vanguard edition. Reprinting dailies and Sundays with Johnny Comet. You can see very good reproduction. This is the Playboy cartoon album. I think it's the first one. That's Jack Cole and Gan Wilson and a couple of others. This is just a fun collection of cartoons. I'm not going to open it because it could get me into trouble. The Art of Harvey Kurtzman, The Mad Genius of Comics. This was a fun book. It's got kind of a biography. I'm not sure if there's an interview in here. Talks about all the various phases of his career. And you can probably tell Harvey Kurtzman is one of my favorites. And this is Harvey Kurtzman retrospective of a Mad Genius, which is an exhibition book from a show of his artwork. Fun. And next is Goodman Beaver by Harvey Kurtzman and Will Elder. This was a fun book. Great stuff. Next is a Harvey Kurtzman Jungle Book. This is the Dennis Kitchen edition. Hardcore Kurtzman here. It's not exactly light reading, but very good. These are the first two Mad archives from DC. They're hardcovers, printing the first 12 issues, and between the two of them, the first 12 issues of Mad in full color. Kind of great stuff. More Kurtzman. Love Bill Elder. And this is Vampirella Archives, the Dynamite Archives, Volume 1. Reprinting the first 7 issues of Vampirella. Kind of indifferent. I was kind of nostalgic. I bought all these when they first came out. Wish I still held on to them. But it's an interesting book. And finally for this shelf, we have Devil Dinosaur Omnibus by Jack Kirby. Kind of an oversized reproduction. Kirby, what an imagination. And they're still milking all of his great ideas all this time later. Thanks for watching. This is the 4th of my bookshelves series. I hope you enjoy it, and if you liked it, please like it.